I believe we are about to enter the next phase of the bull market, especially as we get past that important date of January 20th, 2025, when Donald Trump will be in office and our cryptocurrency is probably going to get pretty effing crazy. So I don't want to make a warning and get people FOMO'd into the market, but this might be, over the next couple of weeks to one month maximum, the last kind of opportunity that we have. Not that we can make serious money, etc. We'll talk about that with rollover cryptocurrencies that I'm doing currently in my portfolio, kind of shuffling some stuff around. But your kind of last chance to buy these, especially big caps and like medium-sized caps at these prices again. Because before we get into this video and talk about some coins, etc. that I'm buying and coins that I'm not buying, which I think is very important for you, because you can follow me if you want, for somebody that's got over $1 million portfolio, but I'm not the smartest guy in the world, I just share my journey. But what really is going to happen is these bigger caps, etc., it's about accumulating the coins in the bull market, not the dollar value. And I think as we go through this video, you'll understand what I mean. So real quick, we've all seen this chart before, the Wall Street sheet, etc. And a lot of people think we're in optimism, then we're going back to hope. The current time we're recording, Bitcoin is back over $101,000. By the time I post this video, it could be at 95, it could be at 110. That's not what's important. The most important thing is we are setting ourselves up for a very rare opportunity soon. And if we don't understand this next phase of the bull market, the train will have left the station and we will miss these buying opportunities of life-changing gains. Now, again, doesn't mean if you're not buying right now in January or February, you can't make money. What I am just saying is, on the bigger caps, etc., these coins are getting way, way, way too expensive. And again, if we're talking about multipliers, depending on how much you have, if you're a smaller investor, you're going to have to chase some smaller caps, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll show you some of mine at the end of this video. But I really like building, and I think the best piece of advice I can give you without giving you crazy price predictions is building your main bags up first. That gives you confidence so you can at least make money in this bull run as long as you take profits, and then we can chase the smaller caps. It's a lot more fun doing that, knowing that you've got a bag set to print. So very, very important. Now, again, the Wall Street, what this basically means in a nutshell, I'll just summarize this for real quick. It shows the emotional journey of a market cycle. It starts with the disbelief as prices rises and people really doubt cryptocurrency. We've seen that, right? Seen that from my mum and dad, right? When cryptocurrency really started to move in November. Before that, they were like, oh yeah, you're just wasting your time. And they said this in 2020 and 2021. But once you get to hope and optimism, as confidence grows, and then when you get in belief and thrill, excitement peaks. And many of these guys, unfortunately, our loved ones, maybe guys at the gym, maybe guys at your work, etc. These are the guys that jump in at the peaks and often leave to euphoria, where overconfidence makes people ignore risk. E.g., if you invest at this time, you lose. Okay? Remember, buy red and sell green. That's how I lost my money, not by investing here. I just didn't take out profits when everybody else was in the market. I just didn't know, but now I know. As prices drops, complacency turns to anxiety, so that's kind of what we had when Bitcoin kind of dipped to 91k after 107k. People just changed their mind. It was literally over a week or a couple of weeks, and then people were so bullish, then they just changed because they look at the chart, and I get it. It's a very emotional game, with investors hoping for recovery. Now, when the price crash, panic sets in, followed by capitulation, and people give up. In the aftermath, anger, depression takes over until the cycle restarts, e.g. every 4 years that we are anticipating at the 2025 bull run. And this was me in 2021 and 2022, when I had realized I fucked up the exit plan. I can't even begin to tell you how angry I was. I was so angry at the world. And again, that's just some of the lessons. I'm a very angry man. I'm not a sad person, or I try not to be, but I was so fucking angry. Everybody was my enemy. I did not want to speak to anybody. Okay, I even left this YouTube space for like 2 months. Okay, and that is just to show you that I built up 950k and my portfolio, didn't take profits, thought about all the cool shit I could buy, but I wanted $2, $3, $4, $5 million. Had to rebuild the portfolio. And now hopefully I learned from my lessons. Hopefully. We'll see if that one plays out. But just giving you some advice here before we get into coins. Please remember to take profits. Nobody gets hurt taking profits. So the learned lesson here is understanding this cycle can help avoid emotional decisions like buying at the top or selling at the bottom. So again, just type in Wall Street sheet on Google Images, maybe download it, save it to your drive or whatever. I promise you, it will save you a bunch of money. Let's talk about Bitcoin real quick because Bitcoin controls the market. We went from, give or take, $107,000 all the way down to $91,000, give or take here. That is a $300 million drop in market cap that was wiped just off Bitcoin. I'll tell you why I'm sharing it in a second. We went from Ethereum, okay, at $4,000, lost $1,000. That was about $100 billion worth that was wiped out in this mini little crash. Not a crash, but it's just important to know this. But the real point I want to give you and the lessons here is large caps, e.g. Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe Solana as well if you put it in that category, these recover better than smaller cap coins after the market drops. And we've seen that, right? Because trust and stability. Big coins are trusted more because they've been around longer and they're well known. So a lot of people like to rotate money back into these big caps and they sell their positions. But I want to talk about why that is a big problem. But anyways, real quick, liquidity. They're easy to buy and sell, making them less volatile. Institutional support, obviously you've got your big investors that just prefer these coins, that don't really touch the meme coins, etc. That we're all interested in the small AI coins because these guys are already rich enough. They don't want to take these bets. If we're coming in the game, or these guys are coming in the game with millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars like Michael Saylor, billions of dollars, he's probably not interested in finding that next AI pick because he can just buy Bitcoin, get a 2x and make $25 billion. That's reality. That's what he's up. $26 billion he's up on just Bitcoin. Now, sure, he's probably got in his own personal wallet some shit coins just for fun, but he's not interested in that for his company, okay? So small cap coins, they're riskier. When the market dumps, these coins lose a lot of value. E.g. in the bear market, I don't want to scare you, but these coins go down to 0, if not 90%, and most of them don't recover. But the good news is we're in a bull market, so you don't have to worry about that. That's why we take bets in these smaller cap coins. Okay? Here's the kicker though, is when confidence returns, this is kind of like a curve in the ocean, which took me a long time to understand, because you might be thinking, well, just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, no, because we're in a bull market. So when this confidence returns, e.g. Bitcoin goes maybe to 110, 115K, which it will do in the next leg up, that's when these small caps run. E.g., we get effing rich. So again, if you are holding the smaller caps, do not panic if your portfolio is down 30%. It's normal. It sucks. But all you can do is DCA, because in a bull run, which we are in, even after this little mini bear kind of cycle, we're still in a bull run. We're still up on the last 2 years, right? These coins will recover, and then they're going to run further past the previous all-time highs and hit those new all-time highs, which is very important. E.g., SUI. If you look at last SUI, when Bitcoin had his little dump, SUI didn't really care. Had a little low of $3.53, but who cares? The next week or so, it's past $5 and it's at all-time high. Price discovery mode, again, all time. It's been on an absolute tear, so SUI did not care. Now, SUI's a $15 billion market cap. I don't want to say the early days of SUI are gone, but we bought this at 70 cents. That's the difference. Next coin, Render. Render, top AI coin, I'll talk about later on in this video. Kind of had a dump, little scary dump here. Almost lost 50% of your bag. But now it's like only down 25%, and it's on its way. Another example is XRP, a coin that was doing nothing, a stable coin, for so long at 50 cents. It's not actually a stable coin, but people were joking about it being a stable coin. Look at this graph. The last 1 year, it said F off, okay? And it 5x'd in literally a month and a bit. Crazy. E.g., another coin, HBAR. Not really done much, okay, in the last 1 month. E.g., it held up its value pretty well. Another example in HBAR, wasn't doing anything, absolutely nothing, and guess what? 5-6x'd, just like XRP. So very important you understand that. And e.g. you can go even further with Pepe, a strong meme coin, I would say, with a high market cap. Took a big dip, but it's right back where it pretty much was. 20-25% off, which is good. So I'm going to run through some ex-posts from Secret Cycles of Crypto. I always like to refer to him because he is very good at understanding how alt season works. And he got very, very fucking rich in 2017, and I believe he got rich in 2021. Didn't really post any much because he's either done super, super well or maybe cryptocurrency fucking wrecked him. But the coins or the charts that he talks about here that I want to run forward will save you so much money and make you so much money. We've all seen this path to alt season. Talks about Bitcoin and Ethereum and large caps, right? So what he's saying is when alt season, don't focus on the date, but understand the money flow. During the phases of a parabolic, meaning the first largest caps take the longest, and then phases overlaps, temporally reverse, prepare accordingly. So again, Bitcoin moves first, Ethereum moves second, and then we have our large caps, and then we get alt season. Understand that, because when we get prices, e.g. for me, when Bitcoin maybe goes to 115K to 125K, I'm going to take some of those profits and roll them over to other plays. There's two things you can do. You can take profits and go to cash, but if you know the game and you believe that other altcoins will continue to run, all you need to do is check off some things that I'm going to talk about in this video, and you can run those profit-taking strategies to other solid coins. So e.g. for me, e.g. when Ethereum goes to maybe 5.5K to 6K, which I think it will very easily, although Ethereum has been lagging, I'll roll some over, again, to other smaller cap coins that have done super, super well. E.g. HBAR, another coin. When this goes to 50, 60 cents, which again, it's not even a 2x off that, so I think that's going to be very fucking easy. If you asked me a month ago though, or 2 months ago, when this coin was stuck at doing nothing, that would have been a 6, 7, 8 odd x, or even a 10x since the lows of like 5, 6 cents. But now, HBAR just ripped. And again, if you look at my profit in HBAR, it's over $250,000. This was in the red for like 2 years, okay? But I stuck with it, and I'm going to talk about that going forward. But what I also want to make a cautious hat on is I'm not just going to roll over the complete profits of these coins. I am going to be a little bit, I don't want to say of a paper hand pansy or a Jeffrey, but I need to realize some money to my bank account. E.g., I'm going to be selling to dollars, but e.g. going back to GBP because obviously my bank account is in UK, right? So I do GBP, which is the pound. So you want to roll over some money to other coins if you want to make crazy gains, but you also want to bank some profits. So if worst thing hits the fan, you at least realize some gains. So quick example. If HBAR does another dibble for me, when I take initial profits at 500k, but I'll probably take some a little bit before that, 350, 400k, I'll bank 250k, 300k, but then once you build a big enough bag, I now have $100,000 where I can take some 2 grand bets, 5 grand bets, 10 grand bets, and I can completely fuck it up, although I don't want to do that, but I'll still realize 400 grand in profit. But now I have 100k to play with. Now if that 100k, and I roll them into some 10x's, that's another $1 million. So it's about understanding your opportunity cost. Now, I understand most of you guys probably are not going to have a 500k trade to bank 400k and then play with 100, but it's just about levels. So again, if you make 50k on a coin, bank 25. Worst thing is, you still make money and then play with 25k. Make another 10x of that, you make $250,000. Make just a 2x of that, you make another 50k. That's about understanding how to roll over coins, and it's so effective because, again, if you follow the crowd to the 4-year cycle, since altseason is in function, what really happens is in a bear market, no one wants to buy Bitcoin. When Bitcoin makes a parabolic move, everybody flows into Bitcoin, e.g. alts go down significantly, Satoshi value, remember Satoshi value, not dollar value, and then really on the final phase of the alt season, we don't want to look back, okay? But in between this, we're looking at solid altcoins, okay? Now, he talks about selling altcoins for BTC during alt season. I'm not really prepared to do that because I don't want to ride, I know Bitcoin's going to crash, so I'll rather go in cash. But in between this, we can find some other altcoin gems. And how do you find altcoin gems? You're going to be asking Jake. How do you find them? Well, he also shares this altcoin checklist. Now, again, you're not going to be able to tick off many of these boxes, and I'll give you a Brucey bonus real quick, is most of these coins are going to do phenomenally well, as long as they're not a pre-sale, etc., although you can do well with that. But most of the coins, even if you don't tick off some boxes, they will probably do super, super well, right? We've seen it in the last bull market, just everything goes crazy. But if you can put a little bit of time and maybe screenshot this as well, and tick some boxes off, it's going to make your just research process much higher. So, e.g., if you look in the ID, is it a hot growth narrative? AI, gaming, memes, tick that box, right? Is it innovative? So there's projects out there that are doing what nobody else is doing, that have good teams, etc. Tick that off. Is the team anonymous? Ideally, you don't really want that, because if the team's anonymous, it means like nobody knows who they are. But again, in meme coins, etc., you're not really going to be able to tick that off. Technology, liquidity, is there enough liquidity? Has it got accumulation? Does it have a lot of holders? Again, tick off as many of these boxes as you can. And that's the reason why I went more heavy in HBAR when everybody said it was crap, because it ticked off a lot of these boxes. The only problem it didn't have was nobody was talking about it. But now everybody's talking about HBAR. And guess what? It's already pumped X. That's the reason why it's already talking about, HBAR, because it pumped 6X. But it ticked off a lot of these boxes, just an example. And then furthermore, you can compound gains. Compounding gains is very important, right? So e.g., you have your portfolio of bags. Maybe that's 8, 10, 15 coins. One of your altcoin pumps. You can take profits and sell to Bitcoin, or you can do what I'm doing, is take profits and sell to another coin, but also bank GBP or USD or Canadian dollars, whatever you are. And then near the end of the bull cycle, you can also run up other coins in between this phase. And then what you don't want to do is buy the same coin again. So if you ride Solana, or you ride ADA, or if you've been riding SUI and SUI goes to $10, don't buy back SUI at $10 if you've done a 10x on it. Buy another coin, or just get out of the game, okay? That's the most important thing, because this is how you compound gains and make your money work for you without fully cashing out on just one coin. E.g., the HBAR trade. If I bank 500k, again, 400k goes to my bank account. I've got 100k of free money to play with, while I've already made 400k just of one coin. Another Brucey bonus that you can do, that we always talk about, that we teach in our private community, is you can use liquidity pools. So I bought VRA recently, and my VRA position is already up $1,000. Let me just show you this real quick to be super transparent, because I like to do this as much as possible. I bought VRA, a 5k chunk. Let me just show you it real quick. Here it is, about 5k junk, and it's already up 1.5k. So very nice for me, congratulations. But the point is, I'm not interested in 1.5k. What I've started to do, and what I've been doing for ages, if you've been following me for a while, is I put these in liquidity pools, plus the compounding gains that we just talked about, plus understanding how to take profits to your bank account and rolling them over, is I put this because I believe in Ethereum. I don't want to get too complicated here, but I believe in Ethereum, I believe in VRA. So what I've started to do is put these in a pool, and now in a day or so, I've already made 12,000 free VRA. That's fucking nice. Now, I'm not saying VRA is going to go to $1, but let's just pretend it did, but it's obviously not going to go to $1. It might go 50 cents, whatever. That's like $6,000 in one day of future price predictions. Again, it probably won't even go to 50 cents, but you get the point. I've got a free bit of Ethereum, which also helps. And again, I've shown you this, guys, many times before. My Ethereum Brett pool, I've made about $30,000 of free coins. And that just shows you another example that you can do, although this is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But for me, Uniswap's been around for ages. I already like these coins, so it's something that I like to do to accumulate more coins with compounding gains, with cashing out to a bank. So there's not really any risk. In fact, there's no risk as long as I choose the right coins. And the beautiful thing about bull market is you can choose pretty much every single coin and make a fuck ton of money, which is good for us. Now, let's talk about the coins I've been adding to. So I just talked about VRA. I bought $5,000 worth of that. It's already up 1.5k. I've told you guys, putting in a pool, etc., that I'm very interested in. Real quick on VRA, this is a coin that did over 200x in the last bull market, which is very, very good. And it last run it hit over $390 million market cap, which is actually still lower than a lot of meme coins. But today, it is priced at $53 million. Market cap, I bought this about $40 million last week or so. And a coin that doesn't really have any competitors in the space. E.g., it's not just a fake AI project or the next gaming coin that doesn't actually have a playable game. Okay, so this is the reason why I bought it. I think it's got a lot of use case in the future, and that is basically it. So if I go back to the altcoin checklist that I gave you before, what I really did is I ticked off like what these guys are doing. So e.g. what VRA does is they're transparent in digital advertising payments by using proof of view technology. And this checks that basically advertisers don't pay for fraud clicks. It's a very unique use case. It's not very sexy, but I do think a lot of money is going to come to this with people using the product itself. And again, it creates that system that everybody can trust. So again, super good website. Their website visitors are growing. That was another reason why I bought it, because I think price will eventually react. And yeah, in a nutshell, that's what I bought. Now, there's many other things you can buy. You can come on cryptocurrency. The most bullish categories I'm really interested in. You can look at Solana ecosystem. Memes are obviously fucking hot. You can look at AI. You can look at DeepIn, RWA, and gaming. I think most of these coins in these categories, at least the top ones, are going to have a phenomenal bull run. Depends how far down you go the list. If we just look at gaming real quick, these top ones are going to be solid. Again, they're not going to give 100x returns, but as you start to come down the list, you're going to see some gems. And just speaking of gems, MetaCAD or MetaCAD was the next one I bought. Again, a project that's doing extremely effing well recently. And why I bought this is we got confirmation. I like to use this GG indicator as well. We share this in the private community, but again, no plug. I'll just give you this for free. I got confirmation for this at 0.008. And real quick, that's already done a 4x or 3.5x since I bought it. Again, a solid gem out there. And the reason I bought this is because it's super low market cap. If you look at the market cap right now, it's $49 million in market cap. Again, so fucking undervalued. Again, even if this plays well or doesn't, I took the bet on this basically because I look at meme coins and some other categories and I'm like, why are these coins that actually do a good project, e.g. this one actually has games, etc., so undervalued? And there's only one reason for that. I just think the market hasn't really caught up to speed. And again, you buy when nobody's talking about it and you sell when everybody's talking about it. That's how you make money, because if you buy when everybody else is talking about it, you're going to be the guys that are buying Bitcoin at 150, 200k if we get there. There's no money left. And again, real quick, I just want to talk about DCA before I give you the other two to three coins I've got on my list. I think DCAing is one of the most undervalued things you can do. It's not sexy, but it gets the job done in everything. It gets the job done in stock market. It gets the job done in pretty much everything in investing. And what it really does is in cryptocurrency, it's like a bulletproof way where you can absolute print. So DCA is a great way to invest when crypto is buying, just small amounts, fixed amounts, regular invested, rather than spending all your money at once. E.g., getting on a good price on the strong coins you believe in. And how it works is basically if you have $50 a week or whatever the money is for you, you would set that up to do that religiously every single week or every single day or every single month. It just depends how you want to do that. So e.g., when prices are low, you get more coins. E.g., selling for more in 2025, because the goal in a bull market, again, is so important to understand this, is you're accumulating the coins. E.g., how much VRA have we got? How much Bitcoin have we got? How much HBAR have we got? How much Ethereum, Brett, etc. And why it's effective is it reduces the risk. You avoid buying everything when prices are high. It's simple. You don't need to guess the perfect time to invest, and it grows your crypto bag. Regularly buying builds up your crypto holdings. DCA makes investing easier and less stressful, even when crypto is up and down. So I hate going back to this, but it's just to show an example. With me and HBAR, I bought my initial bag around about here, and then I bought my last bag at 14 or so cents, and then I was like, fuck, it just crashed. I didn't know we were in a bear market. It was my first bull run. But what I did along here was I bought at 3, 4, 5 cents, and now my average is 6 cents when I was buying higher, because I started to go in heavily because I had conviction. Now, again, it could have not played out. You don't want to obviously go too heavier than what you want to do in one single coin. But now, again, that's how I got this coin over pretty much zero in the negatives to over 250k in profit. I just DCA'd in coins I believe in. That's super, super important to understand. The next coin is Render. I bought some recent Render pretty much the other day, and reason why was because it flipped on the GG again on the the weekly at $6. So I've read this up, not much profit yet, but again, I wanted to add to my Render bag because my Render position is very, very small. It's still very, very small to my oversized portfolio, but I was looking at coins to buy. I think Render is going to be around for a while. If you believe in NVIDIA, for example, e.g. an AI cryptocurrency or an AI stock, this money, what I believe, is going to flow into cryptocurrency, e.g. the AI coins are going to have phenomenal bull runs. So again, this is not 100x potential, but e.g. this for me is just easy fucking money buying this at $6, even at $8. $4.47 billion market cap, still very high compared to other cryptocurrency gems. But if you compare this to Solana's, to the Sui's even right now, Bitcoin's, Ethereum, I'm not saying it's going to go that high in market cap. It's nowhere near going to go that high in market cap, but I still think this is so undervalued. If you just look what happened in the stock market and just understand that AI is just so fucking undervalued. So again, this was a bag that I wanted to add to because you can never have too much Render, in my opinion, and just looking at the video, it made a lot of sense for me to buy that. So my Render is now 4.7k in profit. My average buy is $5. So again, very small bag, but I do think I can, if I get another dip, I'd like to add to my Render. I still think we can turn this, portfolio size into not 100k, just depends on much if I want to buy, but even buying Render right now, I don't think you're going to be too far-fetched. So again, it's all about taking opportunities. When you get some cash, look at coins you have, the strong coins you believe in. If you have an indicator or you have thesis on ticking up some boxes, you're not going to lose money. Again, my goal is to take bets where I could lose money in speculative bets, but my main bags will also pay for them handfully. And then what I can do, e.g. in the Render position, is I can roll over profits, just like we talked about before, to compound gains and play that game of taking profits to the bank account and playing with, some money to other altcoins that haven't yet run. Now, again, in the short term, I want to just sum this video up. We could see dips, and that is why cash is important to take advantage of these cheaper prices. But you do not want to be waiting forever. I can't tell you how many guys I've spoke to that are saying, yeah, I'm waiting, and that price happens, and then they get too scared to buy. If you've got price, accumulation prices when you're going to buy and you don't fulfill with that, you're never going to get in the game. So we could obviously dip in the next 1 or 2 months. That kind of sucks, but again, you get the coins and the prices that you deserve it, and then you go from there. Because a person that never gets in cryptocurrency that has 50 to 100k and he never gets in, and he starts buying near the top, he could have had that 100k to $1 million, but now he only makes maybe a 2 or 3x, or he might buy the complete top and just lose all his money. I want to sign this video off with 2 lessons, and here's what I think is going to happen about cryptocurrency. We're in the next part of this bull run before a bear market starts by the end of 2025. That's what I believe in. People who believe in a super cycle, this is a very not bearish thing to say, but I just want to, help you out here, what made me lose all the money in the last bull run. If you believe in a super cycle, you might end up stuck with your coins. Bitcoin will not reach super high prices of 300k. Now that Bitcoin and Donald Trump's in office on the 20th, I've seen people just raise their targets to stupid prices. Altcoins are getting more popular, but the best chance for big gains is with good, strong altcoins and taking profits. And last thing I will say is, this is very exciting. We've seen this in the last bull run. Altcoins are going to go up 300 to 400% in a single day. It will happen. You need to be able to control yourself, and when that happens, it's a good time to start cashing out little by little. The goal is to make sure you're set. End off. If that's to buy the Lamborghini or quit your job, whatever your goals are, make sure you tick those boxes off. Ideally, get out of the job, sort yourself out, and then if you have some money left over and you like supercars like me, buy the Lamborghini. But get yourself set. So far important. than buying a stupid car that you end up have to sell anyways because you have to go and work your job. It's not cool to pull up to your 9 to 5 that you hate in a Lamborghini. You'd rather like have freedom. That's one thing. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is freedom is way more important than Lamborghini. Buy the Lamborghini later. Make sure you have a plan to when you want to take your money out. And again, you can compound gains that we'll be talking about more in this bull run and this channel as we go forward. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. What are some strong altcoins you're buying? What do you think Bitcoin's price is going to be? And when do you think the top of the market will be? With love, peace, take care. See you in the next video, brother.